Happy Halloween. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler, and welcome back to Scorpio Oxman Channel, your home for astrology information. Thank you for joining this evening. And of course, we are underway in that spooktacular time of year once again. So, we're going to dive into it right away. So in today's show, we're going to focus on uh so today happens to be Wednesday, October the 15th of 2025. So because it's Wednesday, I thought how appropriate. We can talk about the character Wednesday Addams from the Addams family. So regarding the character of Wednesday, we're going to talk about Christina Ricci. So, the current actress who plays Wednesday in the Netflix series Wednesday, that's underway right now in its second season. That is Jenna Ortega. So, Jenna Ortega. We'll definitely do a video of her in a later date. Today, we're going to focus on Christina Ricci, who played Wednesday Addams in the Addams family from the 1990, from the early 90s. The Addams family from the early 90s. So, we're going to focus on, so today, and she is today's celebrity who we are going to talk about for her primal astrology, regarding her primal astrology. So we are ready. So we're ready to rock and roll. Okay. So in today's show, was the Wednesday Addams character who was played by Christina Ricci, was she anything like the spirit of the sugar glider in primal astrology? Okay. So what what do I mean by this? So what does that mean? Okay. So what do I mean by making this statement right here? Okay. So, okay. So here is what I'm getting at. As you've seen from my previous videos, actress Christina Ricci, she was born on day of the sugar glider in the primal astrology zodiac system. Therefore, she is spirit of the sugar glider. So Christina Ricci, she is born February 12th, 1980. So, who are the people that are the spirit of the sugar glider in primal astrology? So, by the way, just a reminder, there are 144 different spirit animals in the primal astrology zodiac. And this is the sugar glider. So the sugar glider are those who are born on day of the cat or the rabbit. So basically in the Vietnamese version, it's a cat. The animal is a cat. Okay. In the Chinese version, the Chinese astrology version, it's a rabbit, as we all know. Now that one we all know, of course. So those who are born on day of the cat or rabbit, and they also have a Sagittarius moon. They were born with a Sagittarius moon. Okay. The moon was in Sagittarius when they were born. The combination, just a reminder for you, the combination of rabbit and Sagittarius is the spirit of the sugar glider in primal astrology. When you visit the website and you see the combinations of the Eastern zodiac and Western zodiac, you will see the combination of Sagittarius and rabbit being the sugar glider. Okay, so there you have it. So we're seeing that even though Christina Ricci, she played Wednesday Addams, so we're going to see if her character is anything like her herself in real life. Okay. So therefore she wouldn't have to be acting to be in the movie. She could just be herself in the movie. If she was just herself in the movie, we're going to see and find out if her character was very much like her herself in real life. Okay, so here we go. Let's read and see what the sugar glider is like, who is Christina Ricci. And we'll see if any of this is reminiscent uh, or similar to that of Wednesday Addams, the character of Wednesday Addams. If there's anything dark, so I'm going to tell you guys right now what I what I kind of found when I read about the spirit of the sugar glider. And I don't really see anything dark. So other than you could see right here, those born under the sign of sugar glider, they like to stay up late at night. Okay, there could be something right there. Okay. And that's actually what it says is like their animal namesake, those born under the sign of sugar glider like to stay up late at night, just to, it's their way of relaxing. And it says that it's their way of relaxing and just, taking it easy. So that was interesting, I thought. I thought maybe that's similar to the character of Wednesday right there. So, and you see the first one I put here as well. They get bored with routine fairly quickly. Now, okay, this may not seem like a dark kind of thing of the character of Wednesday. However, I think this is a trait of hers or a characteristic trait of the character Wednesday in the movie The Addams Family. So I think she's like this a little bit. You could notice. And I've definitely seen the movie. I am mostly familiar with the characters in them. And in the original movie with where Christina Ricci plays Wednesday, there's also Christopher Lloyd who played Uncle Fester, Angelica Houston who played the mother, and Raul Julia or Raul Julia who played the father. And yes, so I thought, okay, I think her character does get bored with routine fairly quickly. And because routine, as in like normal routine of things. So, so yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like normal stuff. It's kind of implying that normal things and normal stuff she doesn't really have interest in. So I thought that stood out. So, and here, preferring to relax, explore, and wonder at their own leisure. That's very much that's very much like uh, the character of Wednesday as well. Okay, and we mentioned about staying up late at night. I thought if anything dark, that probably was this is probably the one that stood out the most in the whole article. In on the whole page of the sugar glider, mentioning like if there's anything dark or could be dark about their traits. Well, I mean, basically on all the signs of the primal astrology zodiac, it does mention the bright side and the dark side of all of them, mostly, I believe. And this kind of stood out for being one of them for the sugar glider. So this was one of the bright spots of them, or no, or just another trait that I thought stood out as well. They are playful with their own people. Now, do you remember if you've seen the movies, the Addams Family movies from the early 90s, you will know that she kind of beats up on her brother. Her brother, a character in the movie where she kind of sticks him in a chest or something, or sets him up to do something where she's gonna shoot an arrow at an apple on his head, put an apple on his head, and you've probably seen remember stuff like that. She sets him up to do like experiments on him and all that. And so that's her way of being playful in the movie. Okay, but of course that's just in the movie. So obviously that's in a movie, but in real life, playful with their own people. So there you go. So that makes sense right there. So that's something I thought stood out. Considerably more wary of outsiders. So I think here's the thing. Okay, so in the sequel, in the sequel of the Addams Family Values from 1993, so her and her brother, they go to camp. Their parents send her, Wednesday and her brother, sends them to camp. And she seems to be disliking of all the kids there because she doesn't know them. She doesn't know anybody at the camp. So therefore she's wary of them. So I I'm pretty sure outsiders, they're referring to strangers, people that she doesn't know. Okay, or doesn't know yet. So in the movie, yeah, so her and her brother, they're sent off to camp, and she's like not, she doesn't seem, and you could easily tell in the movie too, she doesn't seem to want to get to know them, doesn't like them, and instead kind of wants to investigate them. And so that's kind of a way of being wary. You could probably put at. So yeah, so that's again, I'll say that's another that stood out. And here, there is a tendency to grow attached to those they spend the most time with. So she seems very attached to her family and protective. She really does seem protective of her family. Her character does come across like that. Okay. So yeah, uh, and they often become depressed if they don't get enough social time. So this could imply that her character may be the reason she's kind of into things that are dark or has interest in dark subjects and topics. Maybe it's because she's bored. Maybe her family isn't letting her get out in the real world as much that may perhaps, and because of that she's bored, and so because she's bored, maybe a little, so um she's gonna focus on things that are not exactly bright. So yeah, but I like just something to get a laugh out of a little bit in the movie, but even though it's like sort of a dark, or mostly a dark topic, but again, just in the movie. So that was interesting. So, and I'm pretty sure that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that does make, now again, I could be wrong. and maybe I'm a little bit off about that one. But I thought to mention that as well, as I thought it was that it's definitely a possibility to stand out or make sense, make sense for that matter. And and sugar gliders rarely speak before they think. So Christina Ricci, she comes across like that. Like in her interviews that you've seen, if you've seen her interviews on the late night talk shows over the years. And yeah, and I think the character, but in regards to her character of Wednesday in the Addams family, I think that's something she's like as well. Another trait of hers. Sugar gliders are one of the luckier signs in general, and they could have a particular lucky streak with money. So maybe that could be, so we don't really know if that is the character Wednesday in the movie, but I thought in real life that could be the way that Christina Ricci is. So that's why I mentioned that one. Okay. So, but even though we're talking about the character of Wednesday, and so maybe, you know what? Maybe that could be the character Wednesday does have a lucky streak in the movie because whatever she plans, I think usually her plans turn out successful. So there you go. There you go. So that would make sense right there. Her plans that she makes in the movie, they usually turn out successful. And sugar gliders do indeed have a deep-seated desire to help others. And so I think in the movie, her character very much is helping her family, helping her like she seems to be a kind of, like looking out for her family. So she does seem, so you may disagree, some may disagree with me on that one, but I think that her character really does have the heart for her family so much that she looks out for them. Okay, so and Christina Ricci, hands down, you could tell Christina Ricci is easily like that in real life. Definitely. So absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, so sugar gliders do indeed have a deep-seated desire to help others. Okay, guys, I can't thank you enough. And yeah, um that's amazing. Yeah. So and there you have that's the link right there for Spirit of the Sugar Glider on the primalastrology.com, on the Primal Astrology website. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you again. I can't thank you enough for all your support. And again, happy Halloween season. Until next time, and keep sending your questions at me. ScorpioOxman@gmail.com. That's ScorpioOxman@gmail.com. I answer your questions on astrology for free. Until next time, again, happy Halloween. All the best, and God bless. Take care. Thanks again, guys. Sending lots of love.